Shalom, shalom, from Yeshua, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akhwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. We wanted to touch on this supposedly first polio case in 25 years over here in Gaza, right? With this ongoing war. Of course, you know the scripture talks about wars and rumors of wars, and this war is bringing up forth, pestilence, famine. That's also spoken of, because them people going through it over there, man. They hungry as shit. I'm talking about is malnutrition at a high rate over there. And because of there's no fresh water, they don't really have no medical supplies and things of that nature. So they're living in real filthy conditions that form diseases, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So this is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer. I want to play this video right here that's going off into it. A little 2-minute video. But it says Gaza's first polio case, right? So let's play it. And you already know pretty much where we're going with this. They're already talking about the MPOX, the orangutan, the silverback gorilla pox. You got the BIRDFLU, the AV, you got all these different things going on. And you got the WHO out here talking about, I mean, hey, I got to keep it classy, you know what I'm saying? I can't say too much, but just do your research, man, and know that we're living in the last days, and the next lockdown could be soon. Well, you just never can tell with Esau, man. But let's play this right here real quick. Probably going to play a damn commercial. Or show a commercial or whatever. I probably need to...
Meanwhile, the UN has called for pauses in the Israel-Hamas war to vaccinate children as Gaza reported its first polio case in 25 years.
What did they say? To do what to the children? Let's back that up.
Meanwhile, the UN has called for pauses in the Israel-Hamas war to vaccinate children as Gaza reported its first polio case in 25 years.
Who is this? The UN? The UN? You got supposedly one case over there. The UN wants to, now they're and they pretty much, they might step up a ceasefire now. But who's in control of the UN? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Who comes up with the medicines? Who's able to say what's a medicine? Who's able to say whether it's legal or not? Who's able to say who can put together a pharmaceutical company and come up with these things, get to plan with certain things, in your CDC and all these different places they got? Who running these places? Who writes into law? Who can actually operate these places? It's Esau, the so-called white man. He's in control of these things, right? So now with something like this right here, they might actually go ahead and do a ceasefire and go ahead and roll on in. Give the kids the jump shot from Israel. Because Israel Israel is the one that pretty much running a lot of these companies, man. Crazy, bro. Let's play some more.
Now, the Palestinian Health Ministry said that the tests in Jordan confirmed the disease in a 10-month-old unvaccinated baby from the central Gaza Strip. Gaza has not registered a polio case for 25 years, but type 2 poliovirus was detected in samples from its wastewater in June. The case emerged shortly after UN Chief Antonio Guterres called for 2 7-day breaks in the war.
Preventing and containing the spread of polio will take a massive, coordinated and urgent effort. The United Nations is poised to launch a vital polio vaccine campaign in Gaza for more than 340,000 children under the age of 10.
Now, the danger is that the threat of the disease outbreaks is not confined to Gaza. When the rainy season begins, the contaminated raw sewage could be pushed down to an aquifer from which Israel, Egypt, and Jordan draw water.
The challenges are...
So see? Here you go, Israel over there bombing every goddamn thing, and now your water is about to be tainted. At least that's what they saying, right? So, hey, you gotta just peep it, man. And we're watching, man.
Grave. Health, water, and sanitation systems in Gaza have been decimated. The majority of hospitals and primary care facilities are not functional, and people are constantly on the run for safety.
The WHO and the UNICEF are planning 2 7-day vaccination drives across the Gaza Strip starting in late August. But that would require pauses in the 10-month-old war. This is as per the UN officials. For all the latest news, download the...
So yeah, here you have it, man. Let me give a quick scripture real quick. Hey, they gonna stop that shit for that. Trust me. You poor old Palestinian brown people. Yeah, they about to give y'all asses the business. Ain't no telling what they about to give y'all. And it's not, the people not gonna have no choice but to really just kind of take it, man. Ecclesiasticus 5:15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. See, we're not ignorant of stuff like this, man. Because we know how Esau gets down. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we're not ignorant of the fact that, okay, he'll take something like this right here and say, oh, it made it here and it made it there. And now all of a sudden, there's this world lockdown that who got to do, you know? And I'm trying to think when, let me see. Let's see if we can get some information on the first polio outbreak in the world. Or better yet, I should have probably just put in how many deletions it was. See, this going back to, the history of polio. Let's play this one real quick. And you already know they constantly in these African countries and shit like that, man. They're constantly in some so-called brown nation. You know what I'm saying? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, telling you about how much he loves you. And how he wants to help you out. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what this fucker giving you. Okay, so this was a video from 5 years ago. You know, it's pretty fairly short one, so let's play this one. This is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer.
Dating all the way back to ancient Egypt, historical documents and artifacts have depicted a curious condition causing deformities, atrophy, and varying degrees of paralysis. By the 20th century, the world suffered frequent outbreaks in which otherwise healthy people were unexplainably stricken by this mysterious condition. As scientists scrambled for answers, the disease was reaching epidemic proportions. In 1908, fear found a name in polio. By the time science declared its viral and contagious nature, word of poliomyelitis was spreading as fast as the virus itself. Polio.
Look at this nigga, man. Hey, I remember when they used to do this when I was a kid. I don't know what the fuck. Hey, you know what? And I seen something recently too with two older gentlemen that I think they were from Chicago, saying that they had a lawsuit against I guess the government or whatever about, you know, this shit that they spraying, and they basically said that it affected them in some type of way. I forgot what kind of disease or whatever they said. But who's in control of stuff like this? Esau can have I've seen some of these bitches recently. Esau rolled through the hood, and who's gonna stop him from doing this? Who's gonna say, hey, what the fuck y'all doing? They got the police on their side. They got the military backing them. If you try and stop one of these trucks from coming through your hood and spraying some shit. You ain't even know what that shit was. Kids outside playing. You know? But this is Esau. That's how we when we quote that Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who is he? This is why we quote that scripture, because they are the ones that's in control of the earth, which makes them the wicked. They're the ones that's able to say whether or not. Who the fuck you think put something like this together? You think so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is just ride through so-called white people's neighborhoods blowing some whatever propellant or whatever the fuck out of a truck? Nah, hell nah, man. Hey, matter of fact, Esau come out and gun your ass down. Straight up.
Targeted our most vulnerable, children under 5. Spread by fecal, oral, person-to-person transmission, launching an attack on the nervous system, in some cases leading to paralysis in a matter of hours. By mid-century, polio caused widespread panic, and the 1940s and 50s would be remembered for the spread of polio in epic proportion. People were urged to avoid crowded areas. Public pools and movie theaters were closed in reaction to rising numbers of polio cases, and citizens lived in fear of a disease of which we knew very little. In the early 1950s,
What that remind you of? Didn't they go through the same process with COVID-19? People were doing the same shit during COVID-19. Stay away from me. Everybody all locked in the house. Motherfuckers still wearing masks, man. I be seeing people with masks, goggles, and gloves on in the stores still. So they're going to instill this fear, and they're going to come with that thing. We just never know. I'm just doing this lesson to just, keep our people aware that Esau can jump off at any moment in the game, man, and close this bitch down again and have everybody just ready to go, man, for that MOTB, that market of Beauty and the Beast, because all this stuff is leading up to that. They're gonna fear factor a lot of people into taking some shit that they not really gonna need, especially with the CO, with the MOTB. You're not gonna, you take that, you're through. But they're gonna scare tactic people into pretty much going off into a zone of, let me get the fuck away from everybody. It's not safe out here. They're gonna send people into this panic and fear. And people gonna be lining up in droves. All they gotta do is say, well, hey, this amount of people, it deleted, this happened, this, and this. And then you're going to have that part of the, that other half of people that's going to be like, fuck that. No, you're not locking me down no more. So it's going to be all out chaos or something. But whenever this goes down, it's going to be chaotic. Anyway, let's play a little more.
Outbreaks across the region caused myriad cases. The USA alone reported 60,000 cases in 1952, 21,000 of which were paralytic. Hospitals overflowed with polio victims encased in iron lungs. Parents and children were separated during long quarantine periods.
The fact it was a guy just passed away. He was in an iron lung for I don't even fucking know how long, man. That motherfucker was in there for decades. I think he just passed away recently.
The time period was marred by images of leg braces, iron lungs, wheelchairs, and breathing mechanisms. Celebrities and politicians alike were afflicted, forcing the Americas to turn their attention to this disease.
Hey, there you have it, man. There you have it, man. Let me see. I want to pull up this guy in the iron lung from way back then, too. Let me see. Yeah. This was recently, too. He spent 70 years in the iron lung. That was 5 months ago. He spent 70 fucking years in there from that shit, man. Look at him.
Paul Alexander was one of the last people in the world still in an iron lung. It was home, keeping him alive more than 70 years. In 1952, Paul contracted polio and became paralyzed from the neck down. He was 6 years old. Eventually, Paul would be able to gulp or take in air for hours at a time, allowing him to leave the confines of the iron lung during the day and accomplish more than anyone thought was possible for him. College, law school, and a 30-year career as a courtroom attorney. And Paul wrote his autobiography.
I've got some big dreams. I'm not going to accept from anybody their limitations on my life. I'm not going to do it. My life is...
God damn. Man, the Lord called, man. And the scripture says, hey, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, man. That he kills, he makes alive, he wounds and he heals. Neither is there any that could deliver out of his hand. Bro, this man, he went through this, man, for 70 years. Get to pop out for a second, you know what I'm saying? Go and do a couple of little things and you right back in this motherfucker. Like, oh, whoa. But hey, but for something to be able to paralyze you within minutes, so to speak, or I don't know the amount of time that it takes, but it don't take long. Your ass is paralyzed from the neck down. Just through what they're... So just think, if they were to come through with something like this and put down a scare on the people, man. They put down a scare on the people, man, with this type of shit. Look at this, man. 70 years. Anyway, but hey, this is the what they was trying to do to counter this particular disease at the time. So with all this technology going on out here in this day and time, from what they're saying, you know, all of a sudden you got this one case in Gaza, and all of a sudden the water can trickle down to, what did they say, Egypt, Israel, and wherever the hell else. And see, this right here, it, you know, comes with, you know, the man of sin, man, the son of perdition, just wicked and just fucking reckless, man. Because this is going to affect his own land. It's going to affect their own people. Instead of them allowing, you know, the humanitarian aid to come on through. They didn't know that these you know, that unsanitary conditions like this was going to cause diseases. They didn't know that you're sharing a waterway with these same people. Where do you think they're going to the bathroom at? You know? Where you think they taking dumps at? Where you think they urinating at? Come on, bro. Anyway, I just figured, you know, we'll touch on this, man, because, hey, this could be serious here. Could be serious, man. Again, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. He can easily take something like this and say, oh, it just spread it. You just never know, man. You don't know what this, man. You know, hey, we talking about the damn devil, man. We talking about the deceiver, the actual physical counterpart of Satan, the so-called white man, man. He could put some of this shit in the goddamn tap water and have everybody fucked up out here. You just never know what this man, for real. You can't take him for granted. And they over there doing all that damn bombing, and America is supposedly selling them weapons. You know, you're giving them fucking billions of dollars to do all kinds of damage. You're giving them the weapons to fuck them people up over there, and then at the same time too, you talking about humanitarian aid. That's a double talk, man. That's hypocrisy. You know? Well, let's get this right here real quick. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. The man of sin, the son of perdition, is being revealed. And it's Esau, the biblical name for the so-called white race, the Edomites. They're being revealed as being the wicked that the Bible speaks of. They're the ones that's over there bomb. America, the so-called white man here, is helping the so-called white man in Israel bomb the shit out of that place and got those people over there in those inhumane conditions. And now all of a sudden you got a first case of polio with water trickling down to other cities and other parts of the nation and other areas. They could easily spend this, man. It's nothing for them to spend. And it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day? The coming of the Lord, Yahweh H.I.M, man. This man is being revealed. We know that there's an indicator. This is an indicator that the Lord, Yahushua is coming soon. It says that day shall not come until he's revealed. Now we're starting to see. Everybody is starting to see. But you got these Christians, these dumbass Christians teaching that there's this, some guy gonna pop up out of nowhere and he's the Antichrist. Beware of him. Watch out for him. There's this man. He's gonna come through smooth, suave talking. Beware of him. No. That's not talking about some motherfucker coming the Antichrist. No, the scripture talks about there's many Antichrists. Plural. This man is the man of sin, the son of perdition, the so-called white race, man. Esau is the progenitor of the so-called white race today. And they have been raping, robbing, and pillaging the entire globe for how long? Hey, and they'll bomb your ass if you got something to say about it. What they've been doing over there, bombing the shit out them people, man. What did you think? What did you expect was going to come from this? If you backing these people off into a spot where they don't have no clean water to wash up with, they don't have nowhere to go to the bathroom at, Hell, they had these people out here. They was eating motherfucking what was they? They was eating the damn feed for the animals. Eating goddamn fucking straw. You know what I'm saying? Over there doing Ishmael all kinds of bowl, which we ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, it is what it is, man. Man's goings of the Lord. The Lord is the one that brings disaster to places, man. Can't stop it. We praise Yahweh about Shemel Ashai, man, for getting on the heads of our enemies. And you damn Amalekites, y'all next. All the shit that y'all sowing right now, you ain't gonna do nothing but reap. All you Edomites, y'all gonna reap, man, what you've sown towards the children of Israel, man. So I just wanted to just touch on this. Being not ignorant of any matter, whether great or small, because they can spin this, bro. They can most definitely spin this. I seen it on Euro News. That's why you gotta watch alternative news, man. Look at that little clicker that's going across the bottom. I be looking at all that. You know what I'm saying? Look at the little clicker. They had little other news articles floating across the bottom while they saying some other shit. And you'll see some shit like, oh, okay, all right. Okay, bet. All right, but I'm going to end out there, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying with that. Kwam Yashala, Nababa Bar.